Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zach and we're doing another ECOMI VeVe video. Currently the price is 7383 on a low of 7164 and a high of 769 over the past 24 hours. Now in this video I want to go over and speak about some new marketing that we're seeing, which is very exciting and great to see. A lot of people have been doing marketing well, including myself. I've been wondering what the whole plan is with the marketing, but I've also been patient because I understand how important it is to get the product right and to get the right product in front of people when you do start marketing. Now, oftentimes what we're looking for realistically, or at least what I'm looking for, is earned marketing, earned impressions, which comes from really great products, essentially taking the spotlight on social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, etc. through actual value to the consumer. Now, this time round, and what I think a lot of people have been waiting for, is what we're seeing today, which is some R and CPMK, likelihood at least, marketing. I believe that R and CPMK had a lot to do with what we're going to be speaking about in this video, because in this video, we're not looking at influencers specifically talking about VeVe products. Instead, we're looking at one of the most mainstream news sites and news channels in the world, or at least in the UK, Sky News, talking about Disney set to release. Now, of course, I'm sure that others have spoken about this. I want to take this from my point of view because I actually messaged Vel about this too. I'll show you what I sent him. I said to him, yo, just saw Sky broadcasting this. I don't watch TV anymore, but Sky is the most legacy or premium broadcaster in the UK. I grew up on it before YouTube was a thing. I mean, it's kind of going to die out in the next decade because they're a TV broadcaster. We both know how that goes, but it's cool to see. Now, again, I say that, the TV broadcaster thing, because I used to work at the BBC. I'm very aware of what a lot of priorities are when it comes to TV broadcasters. Those who are going more digital will of course be better off, but at the end of the day, the Netflixes etc are taking over, and Sky and BBC etc have to adapt. Sky News is not it's not the parent company. Sky is actually the parent company, or more so B Sky B. Some of you will be aware of that in both the UK and in the US, and of course abroad in general. Sky itself is a massive and probably one of the most used and most expensive, most likely, TV cable companies, if you like, in the world, or at least, sorry, in the world. I keep saying that, in the UK specifically. I did grow up on it. I grew up on watching Sky One, Sky whatever, because I would watch The Simpsons. I would watch the Disney Channel when I was like 7, 8, etc. This was before the internet was a really big thing, you know, before YouTube was doing what it was doing, and when YouTube even came out, of course, it was in its infancy. There wasn't a lot of what we see now on YouTube. With that being said, I want to have a look at the Sky News press release, because this is very interesting to me, and no doubt it would have been RNCPMK that would have brought this to life. Unfortunately, I had to pause my recording, so if this recording seems a little bit botched, that is why. But anyway, we're continuing on with this news. So, of course, we see here Disney set to release Iron Man and Elsa as first official NFTs. And then not long after, we also see Disney has joined, or maybe this was before actually, 355, and this one was 135. So no, afterwards, we see Disney has joined the crypto craze and is set to release NFTs of the most beloved characters, including Iron Man, C-3PO and Wally, in celebration of their virtual Disney Plus Day. Now, let's get into the actual article itself. So like as we've seen before, we've seen now Marvel press releases, we've seen Disney press releases, now we're seeing a Sky News release. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a press release in the same way. Either way though, Disney has joined the crypto craze and is set to release NFTs for the most loved characters, including Iron Man, etc. Let's see what RNCPMK, because I'd imagine that they should be writing, either they're writing some of this or they're talking with Sky about this, I'm not sure, we'll see. But let's see how they're marketing this, because this is marketing. Disney has joined the likes of Nike, Coca-Cola and more to create its first official range of NFTs. Similar to one kind of art, NFTs are unique and non-interchangeable, making them more valuable and giving the holders. So none of this actually, again... Okay, let's continue. Disney has produced rare and limited products in the past. However, the announcements of the NFTs marks the first time that it has has ventured into the crypto space. The collection entitled Golden Moment will feature some of the most beloved characters and stories from iconic Disney franchises. Characters from its Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, and The Simpsons works have been released from November 7. The sale will end with the ultra rare digital collectible. So in a post, VeVe shared that buyers will also have the option to buy blind boxes with these purchases. Buyers will only know the collectible they have received afterwards. The Simpsons Homer and Bart and Frozen Elsa have already been made available with Wally and the Pizza Planet truck to be released today. And so we have the So we have the promotions there. Later this week, Iron Man the Avengers symbol, the R2-D2 and CP3O will be made available alongside an NFT of founder Walt Disney holding the hand of Mickey Mouse. Disney is not the first major company to invest in NFTs. Asics, Nike, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola, they've all released their own in recent years, with Coca-Cola revealing its first auction brought in more than almost £500,000 and over $500,000. NFTs have continued to grow throughout 2021, racking up more. So what they haven't said much about, there are two things. They haven't said much about the thing that concerns a lot of people and what the project itself is. So the thing that concerns a lot of people still, I would say, is the environmental impact of general NFTs. And I spoke about this in the video where we spoke about Disney backlash, right? Or at least consumer backlash from, non-NFT fans. And we spoke about how, ECOMI, maybe it's even RNCPMK as well, anything to do with this, I'm not sure, needs to educate what these things are, because otherwise people who are afraid of the environmental impact, and understandably so, won't really learn a lot about that. And in fact, it'll look like Sky News is brushing over, essentially it looks like a major corporation brushing over what, the problem is. The other issue I find here is that they aren't actually explaining what these can do. They're not showing AR. They should really have shown what the VeVe community has even been replying to with them, which is these things right here. Got my Elsa yesterday. We also will likely have, I'm assuming, people will have sent in, I would hope at least, some images of the augmented reality, but it seems to be that no one has really sent that in, which I'm surprised by, because I feel like I saw this prior to. So here we have something. So here we have the Superman, of course, Captain America, we have Spider-Man, etc., Batman. So that's like the AR stuff, so that's really good. They really should have included some actual this stuff. This is what people will actually care about. They don't really like NFTs, non-interchangeable. No, like the average Sky reader will not be looking at this. And in fact, if I remember correctly, someone even said that. What do they say specifically? Someone said about being too old or something to like know what an NFT is, which is absolutely fine. They weren't like crapping on it. I'm trying to find it, but I honestly don't know what it is. Either way though, a lot of Sky's viewers, they're not like, they are very much not necessarily going to be I don't mean to be horrible, but maybe not always going to be forward thinking and the most technologically advanced people, because Sky News, at least, I don't know. I'm trying to think about what I'm saying here, because there's an audience on TV, I suppose. People who watch TV, a lot of people at least, and it's the same thing that goes for Netflix and anything else. They aren't necessarily trying to learn a lot about something like this. And so if they're not trying to learn, they're not going to know much, right? And at that point, of course, then there becomes a level of skepticism. Having said that, another problem that I've been having lately, which thankfully it seems like this one has done probably a bit better. Personally, as some of you will know, I've been not locked out of my account in the same way that a lot of people are. I simply can't log in because I don't have my password, or at least I've tried to reset my password and the email won't come. So I've been locked out for months now from a not being able to even get my password point of view. Not great. But more so to the point is, I know others have been having once they get into the app, actual problems not being able to get in once you're signed in, not being able to actually secure the drops, etc. And it seems that this time round that it might have got a bit better, because based on what Reese has tweeted out just recently, he asked people what was sort of their experiences, and people were actually saying it's so much better, thank goodness, got one, nice and smooth. Some people weren't necessarily exactly happy, nothing again, error, no got stuck on this, 30 days of charm, so it worked for him, for example, or worked for them, it worked for him. Just in general, there's, it seems to have had a better reception, which is good. Obviously it hasn't been perfect for everyone. I can't even get my account going, it's quite annoying, really, because I'm missing out on a lot. But either way, and I have contact support. I've even, yeah, I don't know I don't know what's happening with it. Either way, though, the reason why I'm pointing at this is because when we have these sorts of news outlets talking about this, when we have this marketing that we've been asking so many times, when is it happening? It's very important that they have an at-scale first impression that actually works for those people, i.e. the product needs to work. We've spoken about this before, but it's good to see that at least this time around, it seems at least the general sentiment, that's the right word. The general sentiment is that it did go better this time around. What are your thoughts though? Were you able to secure a drop? I would love to hear your take on this. Because yeah, it's definitely an interesting one. That being said, if this video was interesting or helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, a like is always very much appreciated. And if you would like to be kept happening in this topic every single day, most on today, this is my channel. I cover everything on every single day. So if you want to be everything happening, hit that subscribe and notifications on. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next VeVe video.